Hello, I'm Slav and I'm a participant at the project Man of the Gap, Migration Needs Integration. I study at Fourth Language School Frédéric Joliot-Curie, and now I'm going to interview one of our native Spanish language teachers, Gabriel Gonzalez. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, my name is Gabriel. I'm a native Spanish language teacher. I came to Bulgaria 3 years ago and I'm still here and teaching Spanish and history of Spain.
Tell me about your interests.
Well, I like a lot to travel, that's why I'm living abroad. I like to meet people, to take pictures. I'm an amateur photographer. And, well, things that I like to other people, like to watch movies, to listen to music, to read novels, and so.
Tell me about your reasons for immigration.
Well, Spanish economical situation maybe is not the best for workers. We are near 4 million unemployed people today, so it's a good reason for young people or not so young people like me to work and live abroad. Yes.
I see. How do you like living in this country? Tell me some reasons.
Well, the style of life is so quiet. People is really easygoing. It's a country that where you can have not too many troubles. You can find happiness here.
Are there specific positive aspects about the country you'd like to point out?
Yes, I would like to point out that distances in the city, within the city, are not so big, so long, so you can reach every most important places, even on foot, and you don't need to spend a lot of time on transportation. Yes, people is so friendly. Every time you've got to travel, is somebody near you who is going to help you.
And are there any specific negative aspects about the country you'd like to point out?
Well, maybe the underdevelopment of infrastructures, that roads are so old. It seems that the country is still living from the things that communists made 20 years ago, or maybe earlier. And I don't like to walk and see hundreds of stray dogs in the streets. It's very sad. Yes, if you like animals, it's really sad.
How can you live your culture, traditions and religion in this country?
Well, I'm not a very traditional person, so I don't actually live my traditions in any country, even in Spain. And of course I'm atheist, so I don't live my religion in anywhere. But I try to keep in touch with Spain, listening to the radio stations, the Spanish radio stations, to read the news every day and contact family, of course.
What institutions do you know that help immigrants?
Well, if I have to be honest, I don't know any institutions helping immigrants. Not here, not in Spain. I don't know.
How do you like the school you are working for?
Well, I like that people is so friendly. It's fantastic to work in a place where people tell you every time, hello, and how are you? And that's fantastic. You know? The good atmosphere we have.
I'm glad you like it. Are there any specific positive aspects about the school you'd like to point out?
Yes, I'm amazed because people here is really involved in many projects. Students are involved in parties, in events, teachers too. So the rate of involvement is really high in this country compared to other educational systems.
Are there any specific negative aspects about the school you'd like to point out?
Maybe the negative aspects are the same as positive aspects, that people is really too involved in extracurricular activities. So sometimes lessons seems to be the extracurricular activities.
What can the school do for you to improve your situation as a migrant?
Maybe not to consider me as a migrant because in the current situation I'm a legal worker from the European Union, so I should have the same rights. For example, if they would let me strike when there's a strike, that would be fine for me, because as I'm a foreigner, sometimes I'm not allowed to do same things that a Bulgarian worker do, illegally of course.
Which activities do you share with Bulgarians outside school?
Well, sometimes I like to go for excursion with them and share my hobby, which is photography. And sometimes I share professional activities. For example, the book we are writing is a promotion, Spassky and Sick. I record the audios and have a fun time at the same time. Yes.
What do you appreciate regarding Bulgarian students?
Well, I like that they are very friendly. They greet you every time they meet you in the school and outside the school. Yes, and they are full of energy. Yeah, yes.
What do you dislike about Bulgarian students?
Well, there's a notorious lack of discipline that you can see every day in classrooms. They eat, they sleep, they talk, they paint their legs. they do everything except in studying or listening to the teacher. But anyway, compared to situations in other countries like the USA or even Spain, the degree of discipline is really high here.
What activities do you share with other immigrants?
Well, I share activities related to our own countries or related to our specific situation as expatriates. We go to parties, we attend cultural events, and so.
So what do you appreciate about immigrants in Bulgaria?
Well, they are very brave and very open-minded because they come to a country that is not on fashion. This is not the USA. This is not the United Kingdom. So they are coming here to discover a really different world. So I appreciate it.
What do you dislike about immigrants in Bulgaria?
Well, maybe the same happens to me. We disappoint every time about the Bulgarians and their attitude and the behavior, and we are very happy. We very unhappy and compare our situation and our level of life to the Bulgarian. That's true.
And do you feel accepted by your students? Tell me some reasons.
Yes, I think I am. Students have, most of them have no prejudices towards foreigners, and in fact what they want is to see somebody who is different from the strange from their ordinary life. So I think they want to discover new people, and that's good.
And do you feel accepted by native people in this country in general? Tell me some reasons.
Yes, I think I'm accepted. Everywhere I go, when they ask me my nationality, and they smile. They don't have any kind of bad comment towards Spain or toward my situation here. So I think that they accepted me here.
And what would you like to be different to improve the situation here?
Well, maybe a different attitude from institutions. Official institutions should be good. If I'm not accepted as a striker when there's a strike, I feel that I'm discriminated. That's for example of if my salary is gonna be lower than a local. That's not a good attitude from institutions, but from the people. The behavior is completely fine, and I feel completely integrated in the Bulgarian society.
Muchas gracias. Con esto terminamos la entrevista.
Pues gracias a vosotros. Thank you very much.